Good morning. Back out here at the beach. Just wanted to come out and say good morning. Um, Share a little bit of what's going on with me as I get closer to. Ocean had to have it say. As I get closer to leaving this week, um, my anxiety level is starting to go off the charts a little bit. And I like what a friend of mine said. Because just think of it as just going on a vacation. If you decide to not go back to California, that's okay. And if you decide to go back to California, that's okay too. And I think that helped to alleviate it. But still, leaving that comfort zone, because I really don't want to come back. It's changed so much. And I really feel bad for the people that grew up here because it's nothing like what they experienced growing up. I mean, that's pretty much the same with everywhere, but California had a very, very special vibe to it, and it's gone. So I feel bad for everybody that grew up here that notices that that's gone and that won't come back. And so my plan is maybe come back and get my stuff that's in storage, but to find someplace else that has something new. And I've really given this a lot of thought because I can't help anybody else break out of their comfort zone if I haven't broken out of mine. And California has certainly been my comfort zone. So I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of changes and a lot of comfort zones left during this next year, maybe next couple of years. Yeah, kind of interesting. It isn't just putting it in coast and just taking that easy little relaxing cruise. We're putting it in cruise control. That's what I was looking for. Phrase. Can't put it in cruise control. And I once had a patient. She was in the marina. She was in her 70s, and she was selling everything. She was just picking up, and she was moving to the Mediterranean. She'd met this guy. He was big on family. She'd met his family. They absolutely loved each other, and she was leaving everything. And I thought, man, I want to be like her. I think that's so cool. And I have a feeling she's had a blast once she got everything packed up, sold, got herself packed up and left. And that's kind of what I'm feeling for myself right now. Is everything that I have left is in storage. It's not much, which is a good thing. It's amazing what you can pare down after 40 years, stuff that you don't need. And I still have stuff in storage that I really don't need. And we're going from about 1,100 square foot house to a 5 by 5 storage unit, and even smaller. So I'm getting anxious, I'm nervous, I'm excited, all of those things in one. And my boss texted me last night and said, "What's your travel plans? Are you still going?" I said, yes. And the plan is middle of the week. My journey has changed a little bit because of the little train derailment incident up in Ohio. So I'm not going to be going up to Chicago as it is for right now. I will be going to Texas, checking out Texas a little bit, and then heading east, probably to Florida first, and then up the coast to Virginia and Philly, and then figuring out where to go from there between Florida and Virginia, DC area, at least for a little while. My next door neighbors is going to be taking care of Sammy for me. We found her, or she's come out of hiding. She looks good. She's back at the old property, and I feed her twice a day, and she comes out in the morning. She hears me walking up the alley and comes out again in the evening. So, and my next door neighbor said absolutely they'd feed her, and we're hoping that she finds a home, but she has a line of demarcation in the alley where she won't She really doesn't like to go past. And so, since she is back at the property, and that is home for her, hoping that when the new people move in that she'll continue to be able to stay there. But I know people are going to be looking out for her. And if possible, yes, I would like to be able to come back and get her. But, I took her on a drive a couple of nights, and just locally, just to the market, and then to into Santa Monica during the full moon. And it was really way too much energy for her with the lights and the activity. She was crying a lot of the time on the second night. And so I don't know how she would do doing a long distance drive. I'm just not sure. But she's a sweetheart, and she will find some good people to take care of her. My next door neighbors are great people, and they're going to continue to feed her. But the girl is really badly allergic to cats. They have a little dog too, but they have said that she's been out there sleeping. They've seen her on the furniture sleeping in the back patio, so I think she'll be fine. And she was fine before we connected, and she'll be fine afterward. So anyway, that's it for now. It was a really pretty morning out here. There's Malibu, Santa Monica Mountains up there. I still love coming out here in the morning. But the beaches have been really pretty quiet the last few years, and not just because of COVID. Just not as many people coming out here, and quite frankly, 700,000 people have already left California. About 500,000 in the last couple of years. In Los Angeles, most of them have been from Los Angeles. So that should tell you something. Tells you what they're doing here in LA isn't really working for people. And what they're doing in California isn't really working for people. All the rain we had, they didn't store it. So there'll be drought season again. And they had enough rain this year to serve California for the next 10 years. But gosh, if only they could have built something to save it. They don't think far enough in advance. I don't get it. Well, I do. I understand what they're doing. They can control people that way. So, and then, California keeps hiring the same idiots to run their company. It's going to crash. Got to get out before the crash. All right, you guys, have a great day. And look at what are you doing to get out of your comfort zone. What is your comfort zone right now? And what are you doing to break out of it? And talk later. Bye-bye.